When I became manager, I only hired my own people.
That all Canadians deserve a real and fair chance at success.
We all know why white students can't find a job in this damn city.
And another thing, because this gets me heated, unless you've been on a job search in the last 2 years, you do not know how bad it is out here. The job market is trash. Basura, it's been bad. I'm talking about applying to 20 jobs a day, reaching out to recruiters, doing this on LinkedIn, and hearing crickets. People are trying. People are not lazy. And then people who have a job give the most useless advice, like, why don't you tailor your resume to every single job? You don't think that I've done that? Unless your job is hiring and you have a referral, zip it.
Man, them are telling me they're not getting a job and shit. Like, I'm not racist, you know what I'm saying? But, the Punjabs, the Indians, the ticket, they have all the sauce right now. The Walmarts, they have it. Other stores, they have it. The McDonald's, they have it. Popeyes, they've been having it. Man.
It's not our fault that white people are lazy, okay? We are just saying the truth as it is.
The job market in Canada is getting worse and worse as days go by. All over the country, Canadians are complaining that they are not finding jobs. If anything, the country looks like it has inadequate job opportunities. But on a keener look, all these complaints are coming from one demographic. And this demographic is specifically or mostly white Canadians. There is one demographic or one group of people that is securing these jobs, and I'm talking about our Indian brothers and sisters. They have taken over jobs like in Tim Hortons. They have taken away places like the Subway, Walmart, and KFC, and some other jobs. You know, something like Tim Hortons was, these were jobs that were initially occupied by kids or teenagers, Canadian teenagers. But right now, kids cannot secure such jobs. Now, in this video, we are going to see all these. We are going to discuss or to see people discussing how they have lost jobs and why they think that all this is because of the Indian immigrants. And again, some people do not believe that it is because of these Indian immigrants that Canada is facing these this whole trouble with its citizens securing jobs. Some people believe that it's not just because of Indians. We are going to see all that and then discuss why is this going on. Anyway, without wasting any time, we'll get straight into the videos. And if at all you do like these hard conversations or you do enjoy such kind of videos, then why not give this video a thumbs up and also consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. By supporting the channel or by subscribing, we'll get more encouragement and more motivation to make more videos like this. Anyway, I am your presenter Kachina, and without wasting much time, we'll get straight into today's video, and then thereafter we will come back and have a brief discussion. And as we watch these videos, please, I'd ask you to watch the videos with a keen eye, and also please watch it to the very end, because I'd really want to know what your thoughts are concerning this whole situation. I know it's an uncomfortable conversation that most people will not like to have, but I do believe that it's through having such kind of difficult conversations that we get to spark some change, or we get to see change happening, because the government of the day is silent about it. While the government is silent and the Indians are not doing anything, it is the Canadian citizens who are suffering. So I believe we should have these conversations.
For everyone else who's looking for a job right now, I feel your pain. I never thought I would be 36 years old with, undergraduate degree from school and a master's degree and legitimately unemployable.
Right, so my parents, they came to this country with so much hope and so much ambition. Just like every family, they wanted to make a better life for their family, but they couldn't get a job in their field, right? Because people at that time didn't understand their accent. They didn't like their accent. People didn't like their skin color. They didn't like their food, right? They didn't like how it smelled. They didn't like how they smelled. And there was so much racism at this time, right? It was almost like the politicians were using racism to divide people so that they could get votes, right? And so my parents, as many immigrants tend to do, just had to settle. And so they got jobs at Tim Hortons. And they loved it. And they worked hours like the craziest hours imaginable. Like I never saw them as a kid. We never spent any money. We never went on vacations. We never went to restaurants. They just worked and worked and worked. And they even got promoted eventually, right? They got promoted to assistant manager and manager. And they actually ended up buying their own Tim Hortons. And this completely changed my family's trajectory because we went from like the hood to living a nice middle-class suburban lifestyle. And so if you wonder why your kids can't get jobs at Tim Hortons, it's because we own your Tim Hortons. And see, because y'all never hired my parents for the jobs they wanted, they were forced to find their own way. And so maybe, my Canadian friends, it's time for you to be forced to find your own way instead of complaining on social media, right? Figure it out. Figure it out, Johnny. Figure it out, buddy.
I can already imagine what would happen if I did this. If I posted up a job posting that said this: work permit status with Canada from India will be preferred. This is for a staff accountant position. They're no longer hiding it. The languages: English, Punjabi, Hindi, required. What do you think would happen to me if I said work permit status with Canada, you have to be from England, and I'll give a preference to those people who are from England, or from Italy, or from Spain, and I made that language a requirement? My friends, the rumors are true, and it's no longer being hidden. Reverse racism is racism.
Here at one of Canada's biggest malls, it's a hunt.
Just resume after resume.
For teens.
I applied to like 150 jobs, and I didn't get anything.
Chasing down jobs.
It's honestly almost impossible to get a job anywhere now.
Antonio De Silva has been searching for months, now knowing all the summer roles might already be filled up.
The businesses as well, not opening up enough or creating enough job opportunities for the new generation incoming.
According to the latest jobs report, unemployment for students who want to work summer jobs has climbed this year to more than 17%, not including the first year of the pandemic. That's a number not seen since 2009 when Canada was in a recession.
This has been a brutal summer for students to look for a job. The openings are just not there.
The trade war with the U.S. getting the blame for the downturn, with many companies hit hard by U.S. tariffs on Canadian imports.
In the last few months, companies have had no idea where the economy is going. The last thing they're going to want to do is take on a few extra heads for the summer.
The border city Windsor, for example, topped all cities in Canada with an 11.2 overall unemployment rate. In second was Peterborough at a 10% jobless rate.
At this point, we are very much, the canary in the coal mine on the trade dispute with the U.S.
All of it leaving some economists to believe that another recession may be on its way. Companies so far appear to be playing it safe when hiring, not knowing what curveball the U.S. will throw next.
There's been some caution that employers have undertaken just because the situation could really go in multiple directions.
And economists add the silver lining continues to be that Canada is not in a recession just yet, despite facing months of tariff threats. And this June, the economy actually added more than 80,000 jobs, with companies still investing, showing Canada's resilience through all of this.
Some companies do forge their labor market assessment papers, and by forging these papers, they pretend that they offered the jobs to Canadians, but the Canadians were not willing to take the jobs, maybe because of their rates or their wage rates. But in real sense, they are just forging these papers so that they can be able to get Indian employees, because these Indians are willing to take these jobs at a lower minimum wage rate. They are willing to take those jobs, and while they are coming from third world countries where they cannot secure such kind of jobs, they are willing to take those jobs in Canada, regardless of the pay. Just given that they are in Canada, they'll get underpaid smiling. So I came across some AI video, and the AI video showed exactly what's going on. Let's have a look.
You can't find anyone local to work here?
Nope.
Well, I guess the sponsorship is approved for all your friends.
we Indians are stealing all the jobs. We own all the jobs in Canada.
Most of these companies forging their labor market assessment papers are quickly supported by the government. I mean, the government is not so keen or is not thorough in regulating this TFW program, and it's not thorough in assessing if at all the business or the company means its words, or if at all the papers are original, or if at all the papers are real. So they choose to do this, or these businesses choose to hire these employees, the Indian employees, simply because by underpaying them, they will be maximizing their profits. So at the end of the day, if you look at the TFW program, the temporary foreign worker program in Canada, you'll find that it's not benefiting Canadians, and neither is it benefiting the foreign workers. At the end of the day, the foreign workers end up getting exploited and Canadians end up missing the jobs. So if it's not benefiting the Canadians and it's not also benefiting the foreign workers, then whom is it benefiting? And looking at it, the government of the day is defending it with its heart and soul, and it leaves more questions than answers. Why is the government defending the TFW program if at all they have nothing to benefit from? Why is the government defending a program that is hurting Canadians? Why is the government of the day defending a program that is causing more harm than good? We saw the other day Mark Carney defending this program, and when he was asked to kind of withdraw the whole program or put a hold on the mass immigration going on in Canada, he simply said no. So why is all this going on, somebody may ask. But while at the same time, while some people do think that Indians have, or Indians should take the blame as to why these jobs are inadequate to Canadians, some people do think that Indians are just being used as scapegoats. They think that the Canadian system failed Canadians long ago, and they're only using Indians as a scapegoat. So I believe that this is something that we should talk about. Do you think that they are saying the truth? Do you think that they're just using Canadians, they're just using Indians as a scapegoat? I came across a video of an Indian man saying that, or claiming that Canadians are lazy and they do not want to have these jobs. But anyway, let's have a look.
It's not our fault that white people are lazy, okay? We are just saying the truth as it is.
Hey, if white people, come to think of it, if white people are lazy as he claims, then how comes first world countries are white countries? How comes it is whites who have built the most successful Western civilizations? Why is India a third world country if at all Indians do claim that they are the most hardworking? If you're hardworking, then go build your country. If at all they think that they're the most hardworking, then why wouldn't they have just built their country into a first world country? Well, I know where I come from, probably back in Africa, there are problems. Yeah, and I do acknowledge that my people are not the most hardworking people. And I wouldn't want to kind of throw the blame to or blame white people just for our own failures. That is exactly what that Indian man is doing. But anyway, that is just what I think. Please tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section, and I'll be really glad to read them. I do try to read most of all of my comments, and I do answer most of them, if not all, but I do try to read them because I like having these conversations. So let's have these conversations, let's talk about it. Tell me what you think about this whole thing in the comment section, and I'll be very grateful. Anyway, that is all for today. I have been your presenter Kachina, and I just like to thank all my supporters who do support me by coming back to watch another video, or even maybe purchasing my membership or buying me a coffee. Thank you. Thank you so much. Otherwise, that having been said, I'd like to end today's video at this very point. I hope you enjoyed the video. If at all you enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, I hope to be seeing you in the next video. Until then, bye.